Okay, rule number one, don't panic. This is what happens. You turn the car on, doors open, hood's open because I'm working on it, and you grab your shift lever after you started it, the truck will start, and you got nothing. You're at the grocery store, you're at the movie theater, 1 o'clock in the morning. It's not going into gear. So now you're freaking out. You're like, oh my God, what am I going to do? It's an easy fix. Don't panic. Don't take anything apart inside the car. Don't waste your time doing that right now. If you have to do that, that's a later at the house job. So this happened to us at 4 o'clock this morning at the ranch. So we're going to go over the easy fixes. No matter where you are, find something and chalk your rear wheels. A brick, a log. Uh, these are $5 at the local store, or maybe you can get them on Amazon. I keep them in the truck. The reason you want to chalk your wheels is because one of the levers that you're messing with will easily and quickly take the vehicle from park into reverse neutral or drive. And if you're on a hill, she can roll. And you don't want to be under the vehicle and have that happen. This is a police pursuit vehicle. It's really low to the ground. Your regular Tahoes and Chevys, and this seems to be everything. And I got a Ford F-350 out there, and I got a Chevy 2500 that I got to check. This is the stupidest thing Chevy's ever done. GM. Okay, so in your vehicle, I'm going to recommend you always keep a dollar roll of electrical tape. You can get that on Amazon. Keep yourself some black zip ties. You don't have to be black. They can be white. They can be green. I don't care. Some zip ties. You can fix this with the tape and the zip ties in about 15 minutes and get yourself back home. Don't call a tow truck. Just had to call a tow truck for my wife's truck, and it was 3.5 hours. Here's your part that you're going to need. I would say, well, they're $10. There's two of them in there. I got one soaking in some pretty toasty water, loosening it up right now to show you how easy it is to put in. Go on the Dorman website, and you want to type in the the shift linkage bushing kit. Type in your make, model, and vehicle. This is what came up for my 2013. There's several different kinds, but go to Dorman. You can get these at AutoZone, Discount Auto Parts, Amazon. If I got a link, I'll throw it down below. So here is what has happened. Those are what you need to fix it. Oh, and yeah, while we're on it, I keep a NOCO booster in the truck for jump starting, and I keep the NOCO air for tire fixings, and then I've got a plethora of NOCO Genius chargers. I bought all this with my own money. That's a lot of money sitting right there. A lot of money. What we have on the Tahoe right now, since it's in the shop, oh, this is because we just turned the key. This will cycle through, and then it'll go on mode. We've got the battery hooked up to a SAE Quick Connect, and if you do an SAE Quick Connect, you want to make sure that the positive side is on the covered side so you don't get battery spark. And then it's got the NOCO Quick Disconnect. I bought this on Amazon. Quick disconnect to an SAE and the NOCO. But back to what we're talking about. Get one of those, keeps your battery charged, and it also regenerates it. So you got to get under the vehicle. Okay, we're not going back in no more. We can put this back up. This is just for demonstrations. You got to get under your vehicle, which is fun, especially if it's a PPV. Oh, all right, somewhere under here, I stuck a flashlight. That was my elbow. We all know how much that felt good. There's the flashlight. So here, this is your shift linkage right there. And then that little round peg right there, that's what shifts it into gear, forward, neutral, and reverse. And what has happened, let me put this on pause. Okay. So what has happened is this bushing in here has disintegrated and that's what holds it in. Oh, look at that. There it is. Totally gone. Nothing left of it. That's basically what came out. This sits on top of this, and then when you shift into reverse neutral drive, it'll pull this lever. If you accidentally bump this lever, and it's not hard to move, I can move it right now, but I'm not going to, your vehicle's going to roll if it's on a hill. If you're underneath the vehicle, that's why you want to chock the wheels. So this is apparently only one way. It looks, that's got a lip on it. I don't know if it's the same or not, but it's taunt. So I'm going to go with it goes on this way. So now we're going to go ahead and try to push that bushing in that's been sitting in the water. And then that bushing just clicks onto there. So you don't have that bushing. You're at the grocery store, you're at the movie theater. You can push this on. If you got a zip tie, you can zip tie this, because all this has to do is pull it. If you got the black electrical tape, zoom, boom, boom. Duct tape will work, but I like the black electrical tape. It seems to be stronger in my opinion of, being able to hold, and getting it off is a whole lot easier too, because you want to fix this. But save yourself a $300 tow bill. You can zip tie this, you can electrical tape it, you can duct tape it, you can get home, you can get out of the grocery store, you can get out of the movie theater. But just remember to chalk your wheels and don't hit that. If it breaks in neutral, you can still start the vehicle. If it breaks in drive or reverse, the vehicle will not start. That's also going to panic you. Why is my vehicle not starting? So you can push it all the way forward, and that'll put it into park. Now you can start the vehicle, put that on there, and you can get going home. So let me go ahead and get that bushing and try to push her in. All right, so this generally probably wouldn't be something you would be attempting on the side of the road, but you could if you had to. Now they say to push it in this way. Let's see how much fun this is going to be. I'm going to try to keep my arm out of the way. Oh yeah, I can already see this is going to be fun. Yeah, doing this at 4 o'clock in the morning, that's going to piss you off. All right. Oh, there we go. Maybe, possibly. Oh, starting. Oh, come on, baby. All right, they said to get a planker screwdriver. Oh, and if your car's hot, you're on the exhaust pipe right now, so you don't want to be on that exhaust pipe if it's hot. Some people say to use a socket. This is going to be a pain in the ass. All right. Oh, there she goes. And away she goes. All right, let me figure this out. All right, so you can't be friendly with it. So I got it 90% of the way. And just push it in the other 10%. I thought it was almost in. That's what happens when you think. Okay. Now, see how this is not seated. So I'm going to get another plinker, smaller one, and try to work that. See, if this was hot, you'd be touching the exhaust right here. This would not be a fun thing. All right, so I just basically worked. Oh, sorry, shoulder cramp. That hurt. Am I still on? Are we still in frame? I don't know what's going on here. I can't even tell what we're doing. Sorry, guys, I smashed the phone. Let me stop it here. All right, so I pushed the from the backside, went around it with the flathead screwdriver, and it came out. And this just comes around the front, and then you just push that on, and you hear the click, and that thing, it's on there. It's not coming off. So it's that easy. Now to go in the drive, reverse, park, all the other stuff. Like I said, it's not something to panic about. You can duct tape it, you can zip tie it, you can get home. Watch your exhaust pipe. It would be toasty. You don't have to pay $300 to get a tow. There's people out there that have drilled this out, and they put a nut and a washer and a nylock on it. Yeah. So I'm going to see how long this $5 part holds. I got another one in the car. And also, the reason you don't want to tear your dashboard apart is because the problem could be this. And after you've taken everything apart on the dashboard, you got to put it back together, and it's nothing more than pissing you off that everything has been taken apart. All right, back in the vehicle, key on, park, brake depress, and let's go ahead and check it out. Reverse, neutral, drive. Success. I'm probably going to go down there and throw a zip tie around it just for extra measure. It can't hurt. That's how you fix it, guys. And like I said, don't freak out. This was 4 o'clock in the morning when this happened, and we were out with the coyotes and just wiped out a 6-foot diamondback rattlesnake. So I was not happy being out there. So it's inside the barn. We were able to get it home, get it fixed. That's it. Easy peasy. Keep your black electrical tape, your zip ties. Get it. It doesn't matter if it's snow coat. Get a air inflator, get a battery jumper, and just take care of your vehicle. You don't want to be broken down on the side of the road. It's time for me to finish my cigar. On the 93 Chevy Tahoe, the part number was a 14092. And I got to check my F350 and check my Chevy 2500 and see if they're the same stupid setup as that. My 95 Ford is a 5-speed. I don't have to worry about that. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this saves you a couple dollars, and don't freak out. Don't call a tow truck. You can get yourself home safely. Did the hot water work? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. It was a pain in the butt. It was a pain in the butt. But it's fixed. All right, guys. Thanks for watching.